So for number 62, we want to be able to plot this sequence here to decide whether the sequence is convergent or divergent. So as we can see, the numerator of the sequence, we are multiplying by the odds, and the denominator, we're just going to have the factorial, so we're going to be multiplying by the natural numbers. So let's just see how this looks like. A1 is going to be just 1 divided by 1 factorial, which is 1. A2 is going to be 1 times 3, and then divided by 2 factorial, which is 1 times 2. A3 is going to be, we're increasing by the odds, right? So 1 times 3 times 5, divided by 3 factorial, which is 1 times 2 times 3. A4, we're going to have the odds, so 1 times 3 times 5 times 7, divided by 4 factorial, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. A5, we're going to have 1 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 9, divided by 5 factorial, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. And let's just do one more. A6 is going to be 1 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 9 times 11, and over, let me make that a little bit better, over 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6. Okay, so let's look at what's happening. We can see that from A2 forwards, the top is always going to be bigger than the bottom, right? Because the bottom is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the top is going every 2. It's skipping the even, so it's going 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. And so we can see that for all of them, so for like A3, the bottom goes 1, 2, 3, but the top goes 1, 3, 5. The A4, the bottom goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but then the top goes 1, 3, 5, 7. So they will always have an equal number of terms, but the top is always going to win, right? Because the top skips, the bottom goes 1 by 1, and then the top just keeps skipping every 2 numbers. So we don't even need to plot this to be able to show that, to be able to actually see that this is divergent, right? The top always increases faster. But just because it's asking us to plot, let us go ahead and do that. So we're going to have here A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and A6. And then let's see what this gives us. So A1 is just going to be 1 over 1. A2 is going to be 3 divided by 2, so that is 1.5, so that's going to go here. A3 is going to be, let's see, these 3 cancels out, so it's just going to be 5 over 2. So A3 is going to be 2.5, so that's going to be about here. A4 is going to be, let's see, the 3's cancel out, the 2's cancel out, so it's going to be 5 times 7 divided by 8, and that is going to be about 4.375. So A4 is going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.375 here. A5, let's see how that goes. The 5 cancels out, the 3 cancels out. So we have 7 times 9 on the top, divided by 2 times 4. So that is going to be 63 divided by 8, which is about 7.87. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.87 something. And for A6, we're going to have, let's see, the 3 cancels out, the 5 cancels out, the 1 cancels out. So we're going to have 7 times 9 times 11 divided by 2 times 4 times 6. So that's going to be about 14.4 something. So A6 is going to be way up there. So we're already going to lose a scale of it. So I'm just going to remove that because we can't draw it in. And so from the graph here, and even looking at how this sequence develops, we can clearly see that it is divergent.